We are back again with baby number 2. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your good friend, your good sis, Nena. You guys, it feels so good to be back, although it feels so weird. Now, before I get started with today's video, I just want to say a very big thank you to everyone who's checked up on me this past couple of months. Like, some of you literally had to go to my other YouTube friends to ask of my whereabouts. When I heard that, I was like, oh my god, like, who am I? Am I that special? But hey, you guys, thank you so much. I literally had to log out of my Instagram, my YouTube. I was kind of active on TikTok. I'll just sneak in there, have a good laugh in the midst of my pain and miseries. But yeah, I've seen all your messages on Instagram. I'm here to get back to all of you, but yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for checking up on your girl. I believe I can now say I am fine, I am okay, and yeah, she's back. Okay, so from the title of today's video, I'm sure you can already tell the direction this video will start from and end at, and that's because I feel like it's going to be very disrespectful for me to come back here and just do business as usual, life continues, so where did we stop, let's move on. I know that I have formed some sort of a community here. I have built relationships here, and that's why I just thought to come and share this experience with you guys. After all, these were clips I already filmed, and I planned to share with you guys in good faith, but unfortunately it did not end as beautiful as I thought it will end. Anyway, I want to take you guys back to September, October, November of last year. That was when I kind of left YouTube. Now around September was a very stressful month for me because I was trying to bring my younger sister from Nigeria to join me here in the UK. As God may have it, she joined around October. Now, I did not plan to leave, but unfortunately I fell sick. You guys, I don't even understand the kind of virus I caught around October. I was coughing, I was the body pain was mad, fever, vomiting, headache. You guys, the kind of headache I was having back then, I was literally wearing sunglasses inside the house with no bulbs turned on. Like, I just needed to be in a totally dark place. That was the kind of headache I was having then. It was a very rough couple of days / weeks. And I remember that was the same period I found out that I was pregnant. So yeah, your girl was pregnant with baby number 2. I filmed that for you guys, and let's just go back to October where I found out I was pregnant. I'm sounding a bit down, not a bit, I'm sounding very down because your girl has been ill. Like, I don't know if it is stress. In fact, first of all, I just did a COVID-19 test. Where is it? I've done this COVID test twice now. It's still saying negative. I'm happy anyway, but fam, I'm not myself at all, and that's just it. Somebody's telling me to do a pregnancy test. I don't know why. Like, I'm hearing that voice that what if you're pregnant? And in my mind, I'm like, how can I be pregnant? Like, okay, so the thing is, anyway, let me show you guys. I just got I have this clear blue test now that I'm just going to use just to fulfill all righteousness and listen to that that inner voice, or that still voice saying that you're pregnant, because that was the same voice I heard when I was pregnant for Dara, that you're pregnant. So I'm just going to test now, but I'm just kind of wondering, like, how can I possibly be pregnant? It took me like almost a decade to have my first child. Can I possibly get pregnant again in like 10 months? Well, at this point, I just want to understand what's doing me, because the thing that is doing me is plenty now. So, excuse the way I'm looking. Your girl has just, I've been sleeping all day because I'm just so sick. My urine looks like that of someone that is dehydrated. Okay. If this one is positive, like, I don't know how I'm actually gonna feel, because I don't know if I'm ready for baby number 2. I'm going to place this for 20 seconds. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's be talking while we're waiting for this thing. Let me show you guys what it's just showing. It's just showing this. Can you guys see the? It's still, yeah, no result yet. So how long is? Look, I'm supposed to wait for 3 minutes. Is it up to 3 minutes yet? Huh? Wait. Jesus. 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 I don't know. Thanks God. Guys, baby number 2 is on the way. Baby number 2 is on the way. And I just had CS 10 months ago. We're about to be cut open again. Oh my God, am I ready for that CS pain? Oh God damn it. Oh God. Yeah?
What happened?
No, I'm in the bathroom. I'm in the bathroom, I'm coming.
Why are you crying?
I'm not crying, I'm coming.
Where's baby?
He's sleeping.
What happened? Why are you saying your first child?
I'm coming. Why are you opening the door?
I want to see what you're doing if you're okay.
I'm okay.
Let me see you. What are you doing?
I'm vlogging.
Are you,
Go and lie down.
what are you plugging?
It's my camera.
I thought you were crying.
No, I'm not crying.
My baby is sleeping.
Yeah. Now going back to that the day I found out I was pregnant. To be honest, I wasn't excited. I was just kind of indifferent, and that was because your girl literally just had CS 10 months ago. Like, I literally did not enjoy maternity. I just had my baby. 4 weeks after my CS, I went back to work. So I have been busy since pregnancy. So when I found out that I was, having that baby, a part of me was like, God, am I ready for another one? And in hindsight, I regret those words. I take back all those words. But anyway, that was my true state of feeling the day I found out that I was pregnant. But of course, I had no option than to accept my fate. I remember thanking God for the blessing. Like, after I went through my moment of disbelief and doubts, I went back thanking God, and I was so appreciative of this pregnancy, because again, it took me so long to have my first child. Having another one 10 months later was a big testimony and a big miracle for me. Fast forward to about 2 weeks later, so around 8 weeks, I had to break the news to hubby, and that was because the day I found out that I was pregnant, hubby was out of the country. So when he got back, I kind of did a little bit of surprise and made the announcement to him. I'm going to show you guys the clips. You guys, so today is the D-Day. I'm about to tell hubby that we are expecting baby number 2. To be honest, I don't know how he's going to react, because even me, when I found I was pregnant again, barely 10 months postpartum, I wasn't excited. I felt very, or even till now, I feel very indifferent. Like, I'm happy for the blessing, but the other hand, it's like, girl, you just had C-section 10 months ago. Like, my scar still hurts. It still itches from time to time. So, yeah, that's how I feel, but I don't know how he's going to take this news. Let me show you guys something that I got. Papa, come. Then and it says, promoted to Big Brother. What are you doing? Why are you tearing on my magazine? Look what you. Look at this magazine senior you before I bought it safe. Or before I gave birth to you, I already bought this one. You're not a big bro. Papa, he's back.
Yay.
I bought him a cute onesie.
What's onesie?
That thing that used to go inside now. It's very neat.
Already?
Yeah. Just look at it now.
Promoted to Big Brother. I'm all die. You want to start, I beg.
Well, the other day I asked you, I said, are you ready for baby number 2? You said, if it happens, if God wills, we are pregnant.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Jehovah. Oh my God.
Look at your ashy knees.
Hey. He's good. He's good. You are too good. Like seriously?
Yeah.
He's good. He's so good.
Yes. I don't want to stay here for
Oh, sorry.
You know why I'm happy for you people? Because you know when you're looking for something, when God wants to bless you, He will just open the floodgate.
I'm telling
and
you.
just shower. See how you went from not having any to now. You are the only one saying shakara.
That's what we were saying. Okay, we're in the kitchen when we were talking. That's the same thing we were saying now.
So it's a good thing. It's God's blessing.
This guy
Maybe
is
this
so
maybe
good.
this one will look like Uncle T, maybe, but
No, the my color go carry.
Yeah,
This was the
again
same
with-
place
with
I
your
told you
reaction.
about the first baby. We are back again with baby number 2. Thank you, Lord. That's all I can say. Like, even then I was to touch Mommy's tummy. Your sibling is in there. You're now a big brother. Ooh, okay, so I have finally broken the news to hubby. He was just like me, you know. Are you sure? Are we ready? Girl, you literally just had a C-section that wasn't so good 10 months ago. Are you sure you want to do this? But I mean, we had no choice. There was nothing we could do. So we went through that phase of hey, and we finally accepted, you know, our bundle of joy. I was really calling him Papa too. Papa too. I was calling him Mommy too. Like it was a very big miracle and testimony, you know, for us that back to back we're having these babies. Anyway, fast forward to 11 weeks pregnant, right? I was literally at the end of my first trimester, and I remember I went to pee that night, and after peeing I looked at the tissue and I saw a little, you know, trace of blood on the tissue. I remember being so scared, and I immediately sent a message to my friend because she had previously narrated her experience of bleeding, you know, during pregnancy with me. So I said, babe, come, I remember you told me you bled during your last pregnancy. What happened? What did the doctor say? Did they give you something for it and all that? So she shared her own story with. As a mother, I feel like we just have that natural instinct in us that tells us when something is going wrong. And I remember being so scared that something is going wrong. And at that point, I just started praying, you know, asking God for forgiveness. Like if there's anything that I've said in the past, like things like, oh, I'm not ready. Are you sure you're ready? Like, God, just forgive me, you know. So I went to bed that night, you know, with that fear in me that, because when I was pregnant for my first baby, I did not bleed, like not even a tiny drop of blood, you know, came out. So seeing blood that night, I was really scared. Like it wasn't like full on blood. You know when your period is about to start, you clean. It's kind of a brownish stain, right? So that was what I saw. Unfortunately, this thing happened over the weekend, so I couldn't even call my GP for medical advice. Listen, if you're in the UK, you know that the NHS at the moment is in shambles. Like, I did not know what to do. What I did was to book for a private ultrasound. So the next morning, hubby got back. When he got back, we left the house to go get the ultrasound done. I'm going to play the clips for you guys to see.
So there is a little area in there which I don't know, it might be a little baby. It's only measuring about 6 weeks. So at this stage, I can't see a heartbeat. But because it's so little, we can't say whether that's because it's unfortunately stopped or whether it's just too early for us to see. So what we'll do is get a scan at the hospital and some bloods for you.
Okay, because I said spotting yesterday.
Did you? Yeah. So I think because of that, it's important that we get you seen at the hospital just so we can find out what is going on, alright?
Okay.
Whether we're just a bit early or whether things aren't quite looking right. Is that okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to check your ovaries and everything. Did you say you've had some spotting?
Yeah.
How heavy is that? Just light?
Not just when I clean.
Just
It's
when
not,
light.
yeah. You know.
So what we'll do is report that for you. Say we've seen this little area that might be a little baby, but we've not seen the heartbeat today. We'll get you to go to the hospital and they can do your bloods and they'll re-scan you and see if we start to see any development in that sac, alright?
Okay. We're going to do that today.
Well, we'll get in contact with them and they
Okay.
will contact you with an appointment.
Okay.
Okay. Well done. Brilliant. So we'll just let you get yourself ready.
Okay.
Come out when you're ready, alright?
Alright, thank you. I remember, getting home that day, and it was as if immediately after the ultrasound, as if everything just, like, the miscarriage just started full on. We got back home and I rushed the toilet to go and pee. Immediately I, took off my underwear. Like, what I just heard was doom, doom, doom. Like, imagine a ball of fufu falling into a drum of water. That was just what I was hearing. And I called Hubby. I was like, we need to go to the hospital now. Anyway, your girl ended up miscarrying at the A&E. They didn't do a D&C for me, right? They just said, maybe because the NHS are trying to minimize money, but they just said they would leave me to miscarry naturally, and if at the end of 2 weeks I'm still bleeding, then it means that I still have a little bit of tissue left in me, and then I will need to come back for a D&C. But all in all, I spent about 2 or 3 days in the hospital where I just bled and bled and bled and bled. I was in so much pain. You guys, I never knew that miscarriage was this painful. I was just thinking it's all about you bleeding, the tissue will fall off, and after a while the bleeding stops. No, you guys, full on contraction, full on childbirth. But from what the doctor said, is because my pregnancy had kind of progressed a bit. So I was literally at the end of my first trimester, about to get to my second trimester. So the fetus or whatever has attached properly to the lining of my womb and needed to fall off. That was why I was having the kind of contractions I was having. Anyway, I spent a couple of days in the hospital, after which I was discharged. So yeah, that was it. It still did not end there. I bled for another 5 to 6 days. They gave me a drug actually that helps stop the bleeding, because I lost so much blood that they were considering blood transfusion, but the doctor just decided to place me on some iron supplements. Anyway, a few days later I was discharged, and that was literally a few days to Dara's birthday. You guys, it was really a very rough time for us because we planned to do so much for Dara for his first birthday. Planned to do Thanksgiving in church. We booked about 2 huge cakes. Like, we literally planned so much, but I just did not see myself celebrating when I should be mourning instead. You forget what I mean. So birthday was cancelled. Like, literally I was just at home that day. My sister helped me to take a couple of pictures for him. I just felt like this was just God punishing me for not being grateful, because listen, you guys know my story already. You know how long it took for me to have my first, and how excited the whole, literally everybody was so excited. Like, I don't want to say the whole world was excited, because the whole world doesn't know me, but literally everyone around me was so excited. And then not feeling that level of excitement for the second baby, I just felt like maybe God wanted to punish me for not appreciating, this blessing. I remember blaming myself for everything, for the drug I took, for the words I said, for the food I ate. Oh, there was a part I even forgot, I omitted earlier on, right? So, and when I did my ultrasound and they said the baby was measuring only 6 weeks, I knew there was no way that baby would measure 6 weeks, because from when I told hubby of the pregnancy till when the bleeding started, 6 weeks had already elapsed. And then from when I found out that I was pregnant up to when I even told hubby, that was another 5 weeks. So at the least I should have been around 11 weeks pregnant, right? Now, thinking back, I remember when I was having that flu, when I had that virus. Listen, I was in so much pain that it got to a point where I needed to call my GP for help, for medical help, right? And that was because I had already taken paracetamol for so many days and nothing. I was in so much pain, the headache, Christ, the kind of migraine I was having. Now, I explained to my GP that I was pregnant, so they needed to, be careful with the kind of drugs they're going to prescribe. And they prescribed a drug called cocodamol. And I remember telling her that, listen, I am pregnant, I hope this medicine is safe. I remember even doing my own research to find out if, cocodamol is safe for pregnant women. And from my Google research, it was safe. So basically, cocodamol is just paracetamol and a little bit of codeine. So codeine is just what will help, with the pain. Anyway, even when I was given that drug, I remember I wasn't even taking it religiously. Hubby would be like, you're in so much pain, you're having headache, your eyes are hurting, take this drug. And I'll be like, no, I don't want to take too much. Remember, I'm pregnant. So I don't know if, the cocodamol contributed, but all I know is that looking at my timeline, the baby was still measuring 6 weeks, and 6 weeks to, or 6 weeks prior was when I started taking that cocodamol. Listen, I blamed myself. There was nothing I did not blame myself for. I blamed myself for the words I said. I blamed myself for the food I ate, because I remember that time I was craving pineapple. God, I was craving pineapple and coffee. On a very good day, I'm not really a fan of coffee, but that period, pineapple and coffee. And I remember reading listen, I still have cough from that virus till today. 6 months later, I'm still coughing from that virus. That was what I was craving. Hubby was like, should be you're the one that used to say that pregnant women should not eat pineapple. And I'll be like, oh, no, I read you have to eat it to a certain extent before it should release the enzyme that could cause miscarriage. Listen, I was eating pineapple, I was drinking coffee. I literally, till today, I still live with that guilt. And I pray that, God will just wash that guilt off of me, because it's a body that I've been carrying for how many months. I don't think I can ever forgive myself, because till tomorrow I still feel like I caused it. I still pray for another chance. And I mean, I believe that, you know, heaven will find me worthy again to bless me with a soul, and I will never take it for granted. Anyway, with that said, I hope you enjoy. Nina.